welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new video today to F1 2019 Career Mode Season 2 Race 8 for the French Grand Prix. Today we will be taking on the circuit of La Castellette, okay, or Paul Ricard, otherwise known as, at the French Grand Prix for round number 8, and hopefully we can have a good race. Currently, as things stand in the drivers, we sit 17th with 3 points to our name, ahead of one Renault of Daniel Ricciardo. But obviously we're looking to score a lot more points at some point this season, and hopefully here can be the start of it. I'm going to do the practice session today, or include it in today's video. Might as well. I don't really want to, do the practice session. Today we're using the controller. I had to use the controller last race, during the race, okay, cause it was wet. Now, obviously, cause we did that, we will improvise for that at some point this season, okay, so I'll add a different race. We'll do like a qualifying with the controller and then the race with the wheel at some point later on this season. I think Singapore will be the track I would prefer to do, where I would improvise for it, and make up for that, because obviously I want to have it fair, so we have 8 races, and unfortunately, we've sort of lost one race because of it, so I'm going to have to make up for it at some point. So obviously I feel Singapore would be the best place to do so. Anyway, let's get on with then today's video at La Castellette, obviously, or the circuit of Paul Ricard here. One of the most probably nicest tracks on the calendar. I think probably the best modern track introduced to the calendar in recent times. Overall, if I had to pick one, I'm not a great fan of Russia, or Abu Dhabi, so in recent times, pretty good track. But it's not all too modern, for the circuit of Paul Ricard. It has been on the Formula 1 calendar in the past. So, we have had previous French Grand Prix held here, obviously, so it's not all that modern as circuits go. It's just a bit of an odd one, I guess. But anyway, coming through middle sector, we're looking okay in terms of picking up the maximum R&D points at this stage right now for this particular R&D event. So obviously, yeah, that's obviously positive. So now going into the final sector. So long we get, I feel certainly this corner right. Now got to really get this corner. I think should just get the maximum R&D points. Yes, we do, only just by 5 points. So that's good, obviously. First lap, at least it was clean, of course. There weren't any issues. Now we'll do the race strategy quickly. Get that over and done with, get that out of the way. Obviously we do, I think, have a new engine for this race, so obviously I'm pretty sure we have a new engine. I'll just check. I should know, we changed it yesterday. Yeah, we do. I may take also a new turbo, we'll see, because, more or less most of our components are actually on the first unit, just our engine. We're on unit number 3 now. So, yeah, we're basically on our last power unit. Obviously, it won't last us all season long, but if it lasts us for the next 3 or 4 races, that's good, of course. that will do. So through turns 1 and 2, having an okay run, not the best run through there. Something I struggled with last year. Very good middle sector. First sector always is a good one for the player, I find, around here. It does tend to work out quite nice for the player. Now onto the main straight here. This is where the best overtaking opportunity in the race will be. So very important main straight, very important to have good top line speed. Heavy braking zone before another heavy traction zone. And there are quite a lot of heavy traction zones here, which obviously you want to get good exits out of. Down the gears, running a bit wide. That won't matter too much. Get a nice entry. Good exit off the corner. As Sebastian Vettel coming up thick and fast behind me in his Scuderia Ferrari. So that's a good lap.
What we asked for. Keep it up.
That was good through there. 0.5 of a second already. So got Hulkenberg in front now. So Vettel's obviously behind me. Obviously we don't have to let Sebastian through, but Vettel will come around the outside, or sorry, down the inside, because obviously next corner's on the inside, as we all sort of bunching up here. So having a mini race before the race with Sebastian Vettel, the championship leader, as Ricciardo gets out of the way. So obviously Vettel will now just run off into the distance, I would have thought. But managing good pace here, which is good. We're just focusing on race pace right now, so obviously it's not too important to be too quick, so long we're, you know, I'd say a lap quicker than our race delta. This is good. And gonna be 1.5 seconds quicker, so that was a good lap.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
So very good turn 1 and 2. Really hooking them two up now. So this lap hasn't been quite as good in the first sector as previous laps. Oh dear, going a bit too much over the bump, unsettling the car. It's okay. So Vettel right now got fastest lap of the practice so far. We're in 6th. Here we go, across the line, and there we go. So that's a purple score. So 3 very good laps there in that race run, of course. So we're about a second quicker there, and tyre wear looking very, very good indeed. So tyre wear looking much better than expected. So look like we've got better pace by massively, well, good massive pace, but also the tyre wear looking like it's holding up. So looks like this medium tyre could be a very, very strong tyre overall. So yeah, we're looking very, very good, of course, at this stage in the weekend. But of course, there's nothing settled until it's settled. Pierre Gasly didn't do a lap today there, so you know, very obviously don't want to get too much into them times, because obviously some of these times we've been set at different points, so we just can't read too much into them. However, what I can say, Vettel and I set our lap times at the same time. We're only really 1.9 seconds off the pace, which could be the case. And yeah, so obviously looking at Vettel's time, comparing it to our time, obviously we can say that it looking okay right now. I'm not going to say it's looking brilliant, but it's looking okay, and there is potential there, certainly for Q2 appearance, and possibly even for a Q3 appearance today, and for a solid race result as well, which we're coming here for as well. Obviously, we're trying to save the R&D points so we can get this aerodynamic upgrade on the car. But it's raining here already in this session, and it is meant to dry up in 10 minutes time, so we will go out, try and set a lap. Obviously it's gonna be damp, you know, so I don't know how this will affect the car, or how this may affect the session. Obviously, giving it's a damp track. From the pit lane, I think it's too wet for or dries. Not gonna be too sure. To me, it looks too wet. Yeah, I think it's too wet for the dry tyre at the moment. Like, to me, this tyre doesn't seem realistic. But we are staying on the road. I don't like the grip, of course. We will try and set a lap, I think, though. We've got to take the risk. We're in a Toro Rosso. Like, it is going to dry up in about 10 minutes time, apparently. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. We're
So
not certain which is the best tyre right now.
5
Dries
minutes.
or winters.
You know, getting a bit better vibes towards the end of the lap, so yeah, gonna have to go with this tyre. I think actually we can do a good lap. Oh, we got on D. That's not good. No. Just almost impossible. So not a great start already to the lap. Can already presume we're slightly somewhat down on the other cars, and it's not starting well. But it's not about how it starts, it's about how it finishes. That's the main thing I'm focused on. And so much slide, of course. Gonna brake earlier than usual there. Certainly not risking it. I feel the Inters would be probably quicker at this stage. Whew. Very dicey through there, the car is barely sticking to the road. Oh dear, car just wants to get loose on me, don't want to stick. Luckily we've had a good end to the lap, so this won't be the quickest. No, it will be the quickest, so we do go quickest. Only Leclerc beating us just by a few tenths. Wow, so yeah, track is certainly slow at the moment. So Bottas doing a better time, 1:41. So I don't really know. Like personally, I think Inters would be better at this stage, but that way all do. I feel Inters would be much better as a tyre, as tyres go. Right now, like, I just feel like the Inters would do a bit more, but providing the track's gonna dry out, might as well stay. So on this slick tyre, so yeah, could be a bit of a lucky draw here in terms of who goes through, who doesn't go through. The track does seem to be getting quicker and quicker, so I guess that's encouraging. Vettel's in the 140s, Verstappen's in the 40s, so you know, more or less the track is certainly looking like it's getting quicker, if I had to be a judge.
Less than a lap of fuel now, the tank is empty.
So obviously it could be dry by the time we get though back out for our second lap. I presume it will be. Hopefully the weather forecast is accurate. But as of now, we currently sit in P10 ahead of Hulkenberg, behind Lando Norris, behind Charles Leclerc. Of course, we did do our laps, like myself and Leclerc did do very similar lap times. I think Norris also did a very similar lap time, so obviously we're sort of, though us three did our lap times also at very similar times, so there was a bit of a correlation there, if anything. But anyway, we will now fit a set of softs, obviously, to the car, as the track is certainly, I think, getting drier. The lap time, Romain Grosjean into 39, so yeah, the track is certainly getting drier, so
Lap times are dropping.
we are
Looks
behind
like track
Albon.
conditions are starting to improve.
So Charles Leclerc did a better lap time, he must have. He's improved, certainly. So right now we're in the drop zone, however, okay, obviously lap times have improved. They're now in the 33s, so it's practically back to a full dry track, you can argue, and yeah, the track's just going to get quicker and quicker with every run. So yeah, we're going to go out now, get our second lap in,
We're ready to go.
and yeah, let's see what happens. Obviously, the track's just now going to ramp up every single lap, so really, the last driver across the line, effectively, will do the fastest lap, or should do the fastest lap here. Obviously, that's only a theory though, as well. So it's not a guarantee that the fastest will be the one who does the last lap. but it should be pretty accurate. So every single position here is up for grabs, literally. Like, obviously, the field should now, how can also you put it as well, it should also, I would say, start to, it should start to come to us, I would say, the field, as well. So the pecking order will now start to even out, so we won't have this randomness, where Sainz is on pole. I imagine Sainz will pretty much drop down the order like a stone, I guess, falling to the bottom of a lake. We want to get a bit of a move on here, actually. I'm gonna go behind. So we're behind Charles Leclerc here. Here we go then, much better start to the actual lap overall then, and we're massively gaining, of course. But not only are we going to gain, we're going to gain everywhere now through turns 1, 2. Not a great actual turn 1 and 2. We didn't quite hook it up as I would like, but neither here or there. Times are just going to start falling now. As Vettel's in the drop zone. But I imagine Vettel should easily be able to get out of this drop zone. So already 5 seconds up on our lap time. Gasly now in the drop zone. So I think you need a lap time around here 10 seconds quicker right now, roughly, or somewhere in that region to go through.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're
Hamilton 1:30.
qualifying over for us.
I'm not sure how good this lap's been. It hasn't been good enough. We are out P17. Yeah, it wasn't a great lap, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty scruffy. We didn't hook up through turns 1 or 2. Yeah, pretty scruffy lap. And in fact, I reckon we could have got through if we did make it a bit cleaner, but I don't know, we just didn't hook it up through 1 or 2. We didn't hook up really through any of the corners, I don't feel. It was a very scruffy, on-edge lap. Only 1.7, only missed out by less than a tenth of a second. But it's these fine margins. So we did have pace in the car, but unfortunately we didn't deliver. So we are out. Albon's through. It's his first time he's through to Q2 this season. So yeah, very good news for Albon. But we are out starting 17th then today for the French Grand Prix. So obviously, not a great result then there for the French Grand Prix. Not a great starting position, but you know, it's only 17th. I do have confidence we can come through the field. We're only, what, let's say 7 positions outside the points. Have a good start. You can easily get into the points anyway. So it's not like it's over, and it's not over till it's over. Right now, me and my teammate are the closest we've ever been in our rivalry at Le Castellet. So yeah. As I say, not a great session then there, but either way, we're gonna now purchase. Have we got enough? No, we don't. We need only 8 more R&D points, and we would have been able to purchase. It's going to be a dry race though, however, so that's obviously very good for us. in terms of that, of course. So it's not like we're going into this one with changeable conditions, so that's good, obviously. So yeah, it's going to be pretty damn sweet, hopefully. Now our team
as we had hoped, but push hard in the race and hopefully
start
with the
on the soft. We're going, I presume, soft then, well, medium then soft, and I don't mind that. So,
okay, how was the pull
here
away?
we go then.
You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now.
So I'm going to go soft then medium then soft. Might as well. Team are saying soft, medium then hard, but I'm going to go medium then soft. I feel that'd be better. I know, you know, team wanted me on the medium anyway. That was their preferred strategy of choice. But if we're starting on medium, I prefer to go soft at the end. So it may not be initially the fastest car in the first lap or so, but mid-race point, yeah, we should be pretty good.
No rain expected for the time being.
So last year, we didn't qualify in best position. I think we qualified 20th. We came through to get a point. Obviously, this year is slightly different. We haven't qualified in the best position, P17. However, we are 3 positions already higher than what we were this time last year. So, yeah, there is a difference there. Obviously, warming up the tyres, making sure plenty of warmth in them, because we're going to be already on a harder compound to start off with. So we don't really want to go into that first corner blind, effectively. So still bunching up now. So we've got good warmth in front left and in the rear. Not so much in the right, so obviously backing off slightly here. So here we go then for the French Grand Prix. My teammate is starting only 2 positions above me. Obviously it did dry out, so the circuit sort of came to those who are naturally fast anyway. So the likes of the Ferraris and the Mercedes and Red Bulls, but neither here or there. So it's race day, lights out, and away we go then for what is the French Grand Prix. It ain't been a bad start actually. We've made a pretty okay start. It wasn't bad at all. We'll defend the inside line into turn 1. Magnussen on the outside is going to be chasing me down into the next turn, down into turn 3. Can we go around the outside? Getting a bit of understeer, but we are on the inside. Russell not leaving quite the room I would like, but we are ahead of Albon, who obviously is now in P17, so we're ahead of our teammate. Albon's going to come back immediately, fighting for what is now P16, so my teammate's just ahead in the braking zone. We go late on the brakes, or later on the brakes, and we get a bad exit out of the turn. Again, Albon's going to have me here. Albon's definitely this time going to have me. No holding him back here, as we now turn down the ERS mixture to what is now effectively a more race pace mixture, you could say. So yeah, Albon P16 still. We are down back into 17th after a poor exit off the corner and losing out to our teammates here at the French Grand Prix. But nonetheless, so there's plenty of time to make up positions. Don't have to worry too much about it, so we'll let it go for now. Obviously we're on the medium tyre, so therefore we should be pretty like slow. It's just about keeping up, about keeping pace, not about maybe making audacious overtakes just yet. At the moment, we've got to sort of buy our time in this race right now. So this is more of a strategic race, I would say, for us anyway here. But we don't want to lose too much touch. We want to get pretty quickly through. And George Russell has got an issue with his car. Will this bring out a virtual safety car? Who knows? As we go defensive, as Norris goes to the outside, he won't get us. Or will he? Certainly close. Again, not getting the greatest exit out of the corner. We're going to be pretty much a sitting duck here. We go to the outside. Norris will take the outside now line. As we defend our position pretty strongly there. And arguably quite aggressive. Racing from ourselves. Now, George Russell's got some sort of unknown mechanical problem. It's certainly not front wing damage, so whatever the issue is, it's got to be mechanical. But this could help us out in our race. Ricciardo not leaving us any room, as we practically having to squabble for the position. Albon going around the outside of George Russell. We're going to try and mimic a move on Daniel Ricciardo, and we do. We just give a position for keeping four wheels on the track, and we've lost a bit of touch to the race leaders, or certainly to the well, I guess it's called the Pelican to some sense, but certainly the pack. Anyway, let's not confuse our words too much, as George Russell now will be a sitting duck here in a straight line. Whatever his issue is, he is slow in a straight line. We breeze past George Russell now for what is P15 in this race. Next up is Alex Albon, who's 14th, of course, my teammate. So obviously we're now going to try and go with my teammate, try and close in on the group ahead, the lead group, and try and close in on some points today, as their tyres now will start to just becoming a bit more worn, so they won't be saying maybe quite as good laps maybe now either. So we sort of, this is now the time where we need to start to pounce and drive absolutely to perfection, or close to it as possible. And obviously we're gained so much time, and we're losing the pack also behind, but we do our fastest lap of the race here, only by a tenth of a second now quicker, so obviously not much, but that's good, I would have to say, considering, you know, that we're on the medium tyre and compared to our rivals around us are on the soft, of course. So yeah, things are looking okay here. Obviously we're on lap 4 now, so 4 more laps and we'll be in, so gaining a lot there. So that first sector, best sector by half a second then there, so that was a brilliant first sector, of course, by us indeed. Now as we now go through the middle sector, now, haven't got quite a good drive out of this corner, but that first time I'd say we've had okay drive there today. Obviously we're losing sight of the McLarens, and certainly lost sight of Ricciardo a little bit, somewhat here. And again, 2 tenths up on our lap time, so looking pretty good here for our fastest personal best lap. Are we gaining on our teammate? Not too sure. I think we are. As we now sort of settle into a race rhythm, as we can now just do that, as my teammate and I find out only 8 tenths of a second between us now, as we go on to lap number 5. So will my teammate be moving over for me, hopefully? we are on a different strategy, so I don't really want to have a big battle with my teammate. So 9/10, will we pick up the DRS? Not too sure. Yes, we do, so we will pick up DRS. Won't really help us in terms of getting past at this stage because we're just too far back, but may help us close the gap a little bit further down, and I think it has. So obviously we're now up or a bit closer to our teammate, only 8/10 away, and we've been pretty strong in this final sector all race long so far, so it's been a pretty good final sector for us so far. Will that continue to be the case? By the looks of it, yes is the answer. So we're now right on the tail of our teammate. Obviously, again, I don't feel there's any overtaking opportunity just yet.
Got that confirmed.
So the team offering me a new strategy, going on to the soft tyre, which is the tyre anyway we were going to go on. So I don't know why they're saying it's new. Same pit stop lap anyway, so nothing new about that. So we're now effectively going to be in a position where we're going to be very close to, I think, taking the lead of the Grand Prix here. We're not going to probably take it by much, but we're certainly going to be, as soon as these lot pit, in probably a lap's time or around now, be very much close to taking the lead of the French Grand Prix. So obviously we're certainly gaining on my teammate, just about finding out a overtaking spot, I feel, and seeing what's available. As the leader, I think, of the race has just made a pit stop. As my teammate now will shoot into the pits and release me,
Alexander
effectively.
in the pits.
So
Alexander in the pits.
we're now free to just drive the car and close that gap now down to Romain Grosjean, who is in 13th. Obviously, I know he's in P6, but like he's in 13th effectively as well. Getting a bit wide there, not great. So 6 seconds is the gap we've got to close effectively.
Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while.
Pretty
Doesn't seem too
big
bad
gap.
at the moment. Just take care when you load them up.
Now my teammate may get the undercut here because he's on mediums, and obviously he'll have fresh mediums, so he should be quick. Running in P7, only a provisional P7 right now, not a net P7. So we're going to take the lead of the Grand Prix here, I think. If my maths is correct. No, Leclerc has also gone mediums. So Leclerc must have qualified on the medium as well, so Leclerc's gone medium, so looking good actually, maybe for a Ferrari win. So we're kind of in this lap. just done our personal best first sector. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 23.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 15th. The time last lap was a 1:52.7.
Right now we're in a net, provisional P2. Right now I think we're in a net P15, so when we come out I should rejoin saying 13th. I don't believe that, but we'll see. Do you know what would be nice right now? A safety car. A safety car would do us well. Is Raikkonen running in P2, I wonder? Surely he ain't leading the race. So, in we come then for our stop, and obviously right now we're looking okay for certainly beating our teammate.
Go now.
Oh, for crying out loud, I hate the pit stops on this game. They are absolutely stupid. When you engage a clutch on the last game, it would let you go. When you engage a clutch on this game, it doesn't let you go. It works actually quite well on the steering wheel and the throttle. It's really stupid, that is. Like, you have to almost rev it.
Look after these tyres now.
See, I knew we weren't in a net P13. I knew, if anything, we've only just beat our teammate. Right, anyway, now we can get down to the business. And basically smash in some laps. But even if we do smash in and overtake some of these guys, we're only going to be in 11th, I think.
Increase ERS deployment.
But we're not going to be in 10th, so we're really hoping that others will pit as well, or there'll be a problem to get a point here.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Anyway, let's go. Let's now focus. So obviously we're on the now soft tyre compared to those on 2-lap old mediums, really. So we do have a advantage in terms of pace, certainly probably from now till the end of the race, really. This should be our fastest final sector. No, it ain't.
Car in front is
How about not fastest
7
final
seconds.
sector, like... Maybe it's not displayed as fastest, I don't know, because it's a slow lap. Oh, we are gaining on these lot, and yeah, that's our fastest or personal best in the first sector by half a second. So, pretty good result then there. These tyres are working well. These lot barrel it out. Half a second in the middle.
Yellow flag.
And there's a yellow flag. Will this bring out a virtual safety car? So who knows?
Some information on Gasly. They've got a
It's
serious
Gasly
car
out
issue.
the race. So what's happened to Pierre Gasly? Let's try and find out. So here's Pierre Gasly, the young Frenchman. Engine failure, that looks like to me. Some sort of smoke coming out of the back of his car. And we are now in a position to score points. as we're only 3 positions away from the points here at the French Grand Prix. It's only a point, but a point's a point. And that would replicate last year's result. I did ask for some sort of bad luck, and we've got it. But now it's our chance to, how can you put it, take this opportunity and utilise it. That's what we've got to do here then. Oh, jeez, he's an idiot. What on earth is he doing? Come on. What an idiot. We go down the inside. We have half a car, at least, alongside. So he should leave some racing room. Forces me off the track. Then, again, like, maybe here was a bit our fault, maybe more. I would say maybe there's a bit more our fault, but nonetheless, we still come out pretty much alongside. He's an idiot of a driver. Sometimes the AI in this game, I honestly do question.
Charger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Yeah, sometimes I do question the AI's racecraft and ability to race. Because, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. They're aggressive, but sometimes also stupid. Like, they would do maneuvers maybe you wouldn't even think of. Like, for instance, like, we're a car length alongside, and he's not leaving me any room to race. Like, he's forcing me effectively off the circuit.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I'm gonna send it. See, effectively I've had to use or force my way past there. Yet, I'm half a car length or a car length alongside. So we've only got, actually, not long to get really back past these 2 cars. Let's go get them. We've had a good race up to now, though. I feel like we do deserve something out of it, because, in all honesty, we have just done the fastest first sector. I weren't gonna say that, but in all honesty, we haven't made one error up to this point. Like, but let's be honest, one error isn't much. I do believe, oh dear, that was, you know, like, a bit of a scary moment. Like, we haven't had a bad race overall. Yes, qualifying weren't great, but what a blemmin' idiot. Why is he doing that? As we were saying, the AI is dodgy in this game. I was well alongside there. Learn how to blemmin' race, otherwise don't race at all. AI in this game. It's great they can race side by side with each other, but they can't race side by side with the player. Like, they don't have peripheral vision.
The faster that capacity will drop.
Here we go then. On Lucas Weber for a point.
Final lap of the race.
As we will sail past. And there we go. That's that done then. We're in the points. We're going to gain a point out of this race then. Unless something dramatically changes up front. Which I have my doubts. Or unless we come off the road. So just looking behind us. But I do say, as I said, we haven't really made too many mistakes. I think we've used 2 flashbacks and them two flashbacks have come in the last lap of this Grand Prix, really. So yeah, it's been a good race as far as I'm concerned. From my standpoint, we've done okay, we've done a decent job, and we'll come home to take a point that we, I think, truly deserve. We've outraced our teammate, we've done the job, we've got the moves done when they needed to be. It'll be Charles Leclerc who will come home as your race winner for the French Grand Prix to close the championship lead on his teammate Sebastian Vettel, who's led now every single race for really quite a long time now. He's been championship leader, like not just this season but also last season. He was our championship leader for quite a long time. So Vettel's certainly led a long time the championship. I think he'll still be leading so long he's come home third or something, but neither here or there. Leclerc first, it's another win for Charles, the young Monegasque driver.
Combined with the track temperatures we saw today, suited their car.
And they're looking like a good result, I think, from Ferrari. I think they got a double podium here today, which would be good. Hamilton fourth, Bottas Sani. So yeah, Ferrari got a double podium. Was it a 1-2? Was it a 1-3?
That is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once
oh no,
again.
sorry, Alpha.
Today, and
so where did Vettel finish? I thought it. So this could be Leclerc on top of the championship now. I thought that was a Ferrari, but it looked a bit red from what I was looking at. So Kimi Räikkönen comes home in second. It's Verstappen third. So it is a Ferrari, I guess, engine 1-2 as an engine unit, but it's first Ferrari, second Alpha. So Räikkönen
Charles Leclerc
comes
the
home,
lead in the standings
and yes,
Vettel
sixth.
Now let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a
and
contender for
Leclerc.
driver of the day?
I have to give it to Old Timer. They
We get driver of the day, good.
Touch in close proximity to other
Sound.
cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
It's time to
So
check out the
we're
constructors'
now
standings.
on 4
Ferrari
points for the
continues to
season
extend the
total.
gap at the top of the
Not
table.
much.
Meanwhile,
Hopefully we'll have a
good
good
work
race
from Racing
also
Point
next
this
time.
weekend, who pushed themselves further
But,
up the order.
yeah.
Well, that was certainly an
So we
incredible
finished
weekend
then
of
there.
racing. Be sure to
Good
join
point,
myself
Paul.
and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Yeah, pace weren't bad actually for us, actually. As I say, we did have good pace. And that just goes to show we were actually up there with the ones in the point. So we could have been competing with the likes of Grosjean, Sainz and Perez for P7 today if we got qualifying together. And really that's the thing here. If we got qualifying together on both occasions, we could have finished certainly in a better position. It's just qualifying is our downfall here for whatever reason. Like I know we didn't get in the lap. We didn't get in the cleanest lap. So yeah, that's one thing. Okay, yeah, I'll give that. But it's like there's a bit of a curse for us at this circuit.
Let's have your
Like,
thoughts.
but we got P10, another point
You
here.
and Lucas weren't
So
far
a double
apart
point
by the
score.
finish. Do you enjoy?
So
Did
yeah.
you struggle to get through all that traffic today? Appreciate your time.
So obviously good result for us then. P10 coming from 17th to 10th. That's not a bad finish and not a bad result. Obviously last year it was a bit different. We sort of was a bit more aggressive to get P10, coming from P20 to P10. So, you know, I think this year as a drive, or in this season as a drive, should I say, it was better, sort of. But I think last year was a bit more of a better performance.
Great work.
So,
Exactly the kind of result I'm
yeah.
looking for. Keep it up.
Now, in all honesty, I feel like we've exceeded our, you know,
From
time
here, we
at
can change
here.
the team that we're negotiating with. There's no rule saying you need to stay in the same seat forever. Selecting a
I
team here
honestly
only
do
affects
think
negotiations.
Gasly has
The actual move won't
underperformed.
take place until the following
We've done 2 teams. I'm going to try and negotiate a contract with Red Bull for the next race. Because I know, I'm just think, okay, we've done a good job
Our
up
proposal's
till
been
now,
accepted.
and I
Not
feel
only
like
advised, you'll be
we
moving to the new team for
should
next
be
race.
at now a better team. Gasly's underperformed in my opinion this season. He hasn't had the season. We've in the previous 2 seasons had good point scores. We've been up there. I feel like it's time for a change, and that change is to Red Bull. So I know you weren't expecting that, but you know, a change of team. But I do feel like it is the right time. We've had good point scores. You know, Gasly hasn't. You know, okay, yeah, this season hasn't been the best season for us, but we've constantly outperformed our teammate, and I feel that what counts. You know, in Formula 1 is outperforming your teammate. And we now leave Toro Rosso, sadly. I know it may be a bit of a, you know, difference, but this is what would happen at the Red Bull team anyway. You know, you would see it,
You may have noticed that things are looking a little different around here. You're working for a new team now.
Are you having
all
a
aspects of
joke?
your current research and development, but lose any progress you had with your previous team. Be sure to check your emails for a summary.
Are you having a joke? Gasly's our teammate. Gasly is our teammate. What on earth? Verstappen's been given the boot out the door. Sorry about... We've inherited 5,000 resource points. Wow, the AI are on steroids. But... what a joke. I thought, you know... really? Well... we're gonna upgrade. I guess, you know... we're at a better team now, but... I wanted Verstappen as my teammate, not Gasly. Look how strong we are in the aerodynamics. I guess if we win, we won't be complaining too much. So we've inherited obviously Verstappen's car. Verstappen's been booted out of Formula 1 for having a good season. Like, in a way, I feel now like a bit of a dickhead. Because, yeah, but I guess we're in Red Bull Racing overall now. Antonio Giovinazzi is at now Toro Rosso, by the way, so that'll be different for this season, I guess. So yeah. So, I'll see you all next time then for another video. The big news is we've moved teams, plus Verstappen has been kicked out of Formula 1 by Red Bull Racing. Wasn't even put back into the junior team. They didn't give him a second chance. We've had a okay season, but yeah, I wanted to replace Gasly. I thought Verstappen would be the #1 driver. How is Gasly the #1? So if we put maybe #1 driver, we would have saved Verstappen. Oh, that's a joke. That is a real joke. This game does mess with my head sometimes. Yeah, but oh well. At least we're going to be in a more competitive car from now on. It's time for a change, I feel, anyway, regardless of what you, or what may happen. It's time, and now it's time to compete with the big boys. So, until the next one, I'll see you all guys next time for another video of F1 2019. Have a great day. See you all next time.